to stop the assassin, you must become the assassin. You will always be weaker. You will always be smaller. You want to win? Improvise. Adapt. Shoot.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another sketch and review where I draw something from whatever it is I'm reviewing. And today's episode is brought to you by Ballerina, which is currently playing in theaters. At least I think it's still in theaters. Or for those of you watching this in the future, currently playing on streaming. Once again, I'm joined by a special guest. She's the top player in the world for the First Ascendant and an expert kung fu artist with over 9,000 confirmed kills. Two confirmed kills? Holy shit.
I mean, 9,000 in video games.
I didn't know you even had one kill. I'm kind of scared now. My wife Addie, a.k.a. Muffin Butt, a.k.a. the bloodthirsty cuddle goblin of doom. Say hi, babe. You're just making fart sounds. So... it's going to be interesting. Let's talk about Ballerina from the World of John Wick. Apparently it takes place between John Wick 3 and 4 and tells a story of a girl named Eve that gets swept up into the world of assassination. She's recruited as a child by the Ruskaroma and eventually gets handed a mission of her own. Right off the bat, what did you think overall?
Kaboomy!
So what did you actually think of it overall?
5 bangs out of 5 bangs because it's bangy and kaboomy. It was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Did you feel like the movie was too long at times?
No, it was a good length. I wasn't bored ever, so I just wanted more explosions.
You wanted more explosions in a movie that's about 60% explosions.
Well, yeah, that's why I watch action movies. That and the good fighting.
So, let's talk about the plot and pacing. What can you tell me about the plot?
A generic revenge thriller, but with lots of really fun action.
A generic revenge thriller with lots of really fun action. That's the whole plot for Ballerina. Good night, folks. You can go home now. So, one thing I actually always compare all the John Wick movies to is video games. Every single one is set up like a series of set-piece levels with a boss fight, and this one is no different. What were your favorite levels or scenes?
Can't we talk about that flamethrower? That was probably my favorite, and then watching the fire and water with the flamethrower and the fire hose, that was really cool. And watching her get emotionally invested in the kid and wanting to save the kid, that was really, I think that really kind of like hooks you into the movie emotionally, but then you still also get a lot of really fun booms.
Wow, I think you accidentally got into some plot that you were trying to avoid. So yeah, the plot of the movie is when she was a little girl, I guess her father was part of this cult he was trying to get out of, and they're trying to kidnap her because they want her back in the cult, and she meets the big bad guy of the movie, and eventually it's just one long revenge story. Why do you have stuffed animals in here? What are you bothering me with? What the fuck was that? Was that a squirrel? That was a squirrel? Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about at this point. Revenge story plot? Oh, Ballerina. Yeah, John Wick. The plot was kind of forgettable, honestly. I mostly just remember the action scenes. I think my favorites were the grenade section and the ridiculous flamethrower fight at the end, which you said. Also, it may just be me, but once she got to the Snowy Mountain Village, I think the first thing I noticed was that it was a damn near exact replica of the entirety of Resident Evil 8. down to the entire town trying to kill her. I mean, honestly, the whole thing, it was a video game movie without being based on a video game. Yeah, it was a revenge story where she goes off mission and goes to kill a cult. So let's talk about Eve. She's played by Ana de Armas, and she does a great job in the role, I thought. One thing I've been seeing is that some people are actually avoiding this movie because of girl boss fatigue, and that's unfortunate since I didn't find this film to be heavy into the whole tough girl trope. I actually like that they made it a point that she will always be weaker and smaller than her opponents and would need to use every tool available to her, to win a fight. Now, I know that's something you can elaborate on. What did you think of that approach?
I appreciated it. It was good to see a movie where they actually took into account that she had to be crafty. She had to think on her feet. Having done a lot of martial arts training and really getting into the mechanics of martial arts and what it's like to fight as a girl, she really took advantage of what was around her and blew things up. And if I was in a fight, I hope I could find a box full of grenades because, I don't really want to actually go fisticuffs with big grown-ass men because I'm tiny and I'll die. But they did a really fun job of having her use the tools that she has around her rather than brute strength, which showed a lot of cunning in the character, which was a lot of fun because they got creative. But that's a John Wick universe thing, which is one of the reasons I like John Wick. They get creative with the action.
Would you call this a girl boss movie like a lot of media outlets have been saying?
No. So there are actually many girl boss movies that I have started watching, all excited to see girls kick ass, and I will stop them 5 minutes in. I want to give them a shot because I want those action movies with women, but they're just so disappointing and terrible. But I keep giving them a shot because I want to find that one that's really good. And Ballerina is really good. She struggles, she grows as a character, and she kicks ass. And it's fun. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was also nice to see her accept help from male characters and not outright belittle them, or for the male characters to be relegated to comic relief. Like, every character, good and bad, was treated with respect by the writers. And that's actually kind of rare these days.
I mean, I got into feminism because it was supposed to be about equality, and it turned into let's bring down men in all the ways that men are horrible. And it was really kind of cringy because there's actual people that get hurt by that just the same way that women get hurt by the things that we rail against and say, don't treat us this way. I mean, it's a complex world. You got to have empathy for people and their experiences, and one doesn't negate the other. And the fact that every character was capable, I mean, that's true equality right there.
Well said. Very well said, actually. So, overall, yeah, I'd say this happens to be a great action flick with no hidden message, no pandering. It's just a good movie with good characters. And if you're one of those people passing on it because you have girl boss fatigue, I highly recommend checking it out. It's actually pretty refreshing to see a female-led action movie that respects all of its characters. Is there anything else you want to add about the movie that you hadn't said so far? At all? Anything?
Bang, bang, boom, boom, boobies go. Whee!
I'm not going to repeat that. I'll leave that to you.
I'm very loopy at the moment. It's been a very long day.
A very long day of blowing stuff up and having a flamethrower fight and grenade fight. And I forgot about the ice skate chucks. That was actually kind of cool. There was one more ridiculous scene in that movie that I was like, wait, they're really doing this?
They shoved a grenade in someone's mouth.
Oh, when they shoved the grenade in that guy's mouth. That, oh yeah, and she used the door as a shield right behind the dude that had a grenade in his mouth. Like, no, this wasn't. Oh, the dinner plate part.
The entire movie was ridiculous. If you see how much she gets thrown around and thrown into things, any realistic human being probably would have not gotten up about halfway through, if not a quarter the way through. But this is Hollywood, baby. It's there to have fun. It's there to be entertaining. It's not there to necessarily be believable unless the movie's meant to be believable. This is a John Wick movie. John Wick is not meant to be believable. It's meant to be fun action. And it did hit that. It was a little bit ridiculous, and that kind of campy ridiculousness added to its charm for me.
You know what? Me too. It was campy, ridiculous fun. I loved it. It was great. So, if you like what I do, please hit that like and subscribe. And we will see you on the next one.